She called me Dad, but I was just the delivery driver. What would you do if a little girl opened the door, looked into your eyes, and called you Daddy? That's exactly what happened to me last Tuesday night. Not in a dream, not in a movie, in real life. And it shattered everything. My name is Eli. I'm 23. I drive for a food delivery app, late shifts, quiet streets, cold coffee, and tired eyes. Most nights are the same. Ring the bell, hand over the bag, say have a nice night, and walk away. No names, no faces, just tips and traffic. But that night, everything changed. It was raining, hard. I pulled up to apartment 3B on Maple Street. Chicken curry, garlic naan, 2 sodas, standard order. I grabbed the bag, pulled my hood up, and ran through the downpour. The door opened before I even rang. A little girl stood there, maybe 4 or 5, barefoot, wearing pink pajamas with stars. Her hair was messy. Her cheeks were wet like she'd been crying. She looked up at me, and without blinking she whispered, "Daddy, you came back." I froze, not because it was weird, but because of the way she said it. So soft, so full of hope, like I was the answer to every prayer she ever made. I stammered, "I'm just here with your food." She didn't move, just stared. Then slowly her face fell. "Oh," she said, "you're not him." Behind her, a woman rushed forward, late 30s, tired eyes, damp hair like she'd just stepped out of the shower. "Lena, honey, go inside," she said gently, taking the bag from me. I nodded, forcing a smile. "No problem, have a good night." But as I turned, I heard the girl whisper, "He looks like Daddy." I walked back to my car in silence, rain hitting the pavement, my heart pounding. Why did that hit me so hard? Because I knew what it felt like to wait for someone who never came. My own dad left when I was 6. No note, no call, just gone. For years, I used to sit by the window, watching the street, hoping one day he'd pull up in a car and say, "I'm sorry, I'm home." He never did. So when that little girl called me Daddy, it wasn't just awkward. It hurt. Still, I tried to forget it. Drove to the next delivery, dropped off tacos, smiled at a college kid, normal stuff. But the next night, I got an order from the same address, same apartment, same name, Sarah Chen. I hesitated. Part of me wanted to cancel the order. Too weird, too emotional. But I went anyway. This time, the mom answered. She gave me a small smile. "You again. Looks like it," I said. She handed me a $5 tip, way more than the meal cost. "For last night," she said quietly. "Lena's been struggling. She sees men come and go, but she hasn't seen him in over a year. Sometimes she gets confused." "Who?" I asked, though I already knew. "My ex," she said. "Her father. He promised he'd visit, said he'd be back every weekend, then every month, then nothing." She sighed. "Now she sees any guy who looks a little like him and thinks it's him." I nodded, suddenly feeling heavy. "He tall?" I asked. "Yeah, brown hair, beard, works construction, just like me." No wonder she thought I was him. That night, I couldn't sleep, kept thinking about Lena, her tiny voice, the way her face lit up, then broke. 2 nights later, another order from Sarah Chen. I brought extra, bought a small chocolate cupcake with my own money, and tucked it into the bag. When Sarah opened the door, I said, "For Lena, on the house." She smiled. "You didn't have to do that." "I know," I said, "but I wanted to." Then from behind her, Lena peeked out. She looked at me. Didn't say Daddy this time, just stared. Then slowly she held up a crayon drawing, a stick figure man holding hands with a dog. Under it she'd written, "I miss you." My throat tightened. "She draws that every night," Sarah said softly, "even though he doesn't answer her letters." I swallowed hard. "Does she want to talk to him?" Sarah shook her head. "His number's disconnected. His job closed. I don't even know where he is." I left that night with a hole in my chest. But something shifted. The next day I skipped a shift. Instead, I went to the park near their building, sat on a bench with a book, watched kids play, and then I saw them. Sarah walking Lena on the path, Lena holding a balloon, laughing. I didn't go over, just smiled from afar. After that, I started showing up at the park, always reading, always quiet, but present. One afternoon, Lena wandered over. "You deliver food," she said. "I do," I said. "You're not my daddy." "No," I said, "I'm not." She studied me. "But you're nice." "Thank you," I said. "So are you." She sat beside me, didn't say much, just colored in a notebook. From then on, it became our thing. Tuesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. The bench, the crayon, sometimes ice cream. Sarah didn't stop me. In fact, she started smiling more, started saying thanks for looking out for her. I wasn't trying to replace her dad. I just didn't want her to feel forgotten. Then one evening, Sarah called me. Not through the app, on my personal phone. I need help, she said. Lena's sick, fever, coughing, clinic's closed, I can't get a ride. Without thinking, I grabbed my keys. I'll be right there. I took them to the emergency room, waited through the night, brought blankets, got tea, held Lena's hand when they gave her a shot. At 3 a.m., she opened her eyes, looked at me and said, "You stayed." "Of course I did," I said. She smiled, weakly. "You're like a daddy, but not my daddy." I laughed. Exactly. In that moment, I realized something. Family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's showing up, even when no one asks you to, even when you're just the delivery driver. Months passed. Lena got better. Sarah found a better job. And me, I still deliver food, but now when I pull up to 3B, Lena runs to the door, not because of the food, but because of me. She doesn't call me daddy anymore. She calls me Eli. And sometimes when she hugs me, she whispers, "You're my friend." Best title I've ever had. Because I learned something powerful. You don't have to be related to matter. You don't have to be perfect to help. Sometimes all it takes is showing up with kindness and staying long after the delivery is done. So I ask you, has someone unexpected ever become family to you? Comment below. Like this story if it moved you. Subscribe for more real, heartfelt stories every week. And remember, you never know how much a simple act of care can change a life, even if you're just the delivery driver.